gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Chicken Bone Alley, brought to you by Profab Headers and Exhaust, SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, and Earl Ramey Racing Engines, along with RK Motorsports Consulting. What's going on, guys? I'm David.
I'm Landon.
As you hear, Landon's back again. This week, Cole had another baseball game, so
You know, your favorite.
Sterling's out coaching some baseball.
Baseball.
Cool. Anyway, what you been up to?
Nothing much. Just going to school and chilling.
Going to school and chilling.
You know, went to my mom's parents, my grandparents, and I absolutely dominated in poker. Destroyed. I had the great wallet.
You didn't win though.
I didn't win, but I had the great wall of china and chips. The only reason I didn't win was because they wanted to give up, so they just didn't everyone go all in, and then somebody else won. But if we kept going on until we ran out of chips, I would have won.
You think so?
I would have. I could have just made them, not be able to buy in.
Mm. Well, we were kind of playing, whoever was dealer got to choose which poker game we were playing. And what was your favorite one?
Probably the Texas Hold'em and 5-card draw. My favorites. But I still, did good in every single game that was picked. We did Texas Hold'em, 7-card draw. We did 5-card draw. And I'm pretty sure that was it.
I think that's about all they were doing.
Yeah, but I still defeated in every game.
In every game.
I lost a few times, but every time I won, it was the big money.
Is that so?
That is so. If it was you best
Not
take...
one time, because I won some big money one time, and then I had to leave.
Yeah, and, they just split it up. You were catching up to me. I think you had more than me.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I had more than anybody when I left.
Yeah, but if you kept playing, you would have seen the turn of events that would have happened.
Is that so?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe me leaving was maybe the only reason you started winning.
Oh, maybe. But, I won against you sometimes. You had a 2 and you bluffed.
I was bluffing.
Yeah, you scared me when you bluffed.
You thought I had it, though, didn't you?
Yeah.
And then everybody, see, if you bluff a few times, even if you lose, then you actually have a hand, then people just think you're bluffing again, and so they just keep throwing chips in. There was a strategy to this.
It was a strategy. Well, I would have won. I can't say I won, but I definitely would have destroyed them. But other than that,
How was your week last week after we were on the podcast? How was school? All that kind of stuff.
It was good. I had the best salad.
The best salad.
The best salad. I'm saying Gordon Ramsay tier type salad. And my Nana made it for me. Had rotisserie chicken in it. Had lettuce in it.
As all most salads do.
Yeah, I had pepperoni. Had some salt and pepper. Had some Caesar salad dressing. And I had a fork and a bowl. It was delicious. Absolutely delicious. And then on Sunday, which was yesterday, on the same day that I would have destroyed in poker, we had some good stuff. We had rice and meat, if I'm not mistaken. And then we had ham that my Manuela gave to Daisy, my dog. And, today's the day I go check on it, see if it's, all done, which I'm pretty sure it is. I've been feeding her a bunch of good stuff, though. Fed her meat, pizza, meat. She had a full week last week.
I don't know why she's so fat.
Maybe. But, she can still, run faster than me when, my ankle really hurts.
Oh, she can just run faster than you.
She cannot run faster than me.
I think she can.
If my ribs hurt, really bad, my stomach hurts, or, my ankle and foot hurts, I can run faster than her.
No, excuses.
Not an excuse. I can run faster than anyone in the world. Entire world.
Whatever you say.
Whatever I say. But turn the tables. How are you?
I'm lovely.
You're lovely? Well, I'm lovely. And what'd you do today? And how was your week?
Well, the week went, I worked on, there was a lot of people followed it on Facebook. I worked on the Legend car pretty much all week last week.
I saw some pictures on Instagram.
Yeah, pretty much every night when we got finished, I took a picture of what stage we were at and working on it. So, as everybody heard last week, had been having some problems with the Legend car. Wanted to act like it's just running out of fuel almost, I guess you would say, and that's just how it seems. But anyway, so last week, as we said on the podcast last Sunday, I went up to Anderson, bought a motor, some tires, and threw in a bunch of other stuff, which was really cool. So did the podcast last Monday. Last Tuesday we had the race on iRacing, and so Wednesday we started working on it. And by Wednesday we had motor completely pulled out. Thursday we I wanted to redo some stuff on the firewall just because, vibrating over time, just kind of shook some stuff loose and all that good jazz. Well, so got all that done. The motor was back in it Thursday night. So that was pretty good. But wiring, it was all the same wiring. They just had it wired up a little bit different than what ours was. So had to redo some wiring on it. Redid a lot of wiring on the whole car. Remounted a fuel pump. Rerouted fuel line. Everything. So Friday night, got all the wiring finished up, buttoned up. It was all good to go. Saturday morning, got over there, put the last couple finishing touches on it, whatever needed to be done. Washed the car because it had gotten nasty, I guess. Just don't think about a Legend car. They're so low. When you're working on it, you kind of put your hands on it to get up every time. So car just got dirty from us touching it. So went and washed it Saturday morning, then put it in the trailer, and took it to Florence Motor Speedway. Steve Zacharias was nice enough to let us go out there and test it, and he knows all the trouble we've been having with it, I guess. So I just want to get that thing fixed. Well, with all this changed, I'll put it this way. Everything on the car is new, rerouted, rewired, wired, new wires front to back, new fuel lines, new fuel pumps, new fuel, everything, new fuel pickups. Everything is new on the car. The only things that are left on the car that are not new are the brakes, the frame itself, and the actual fuel jug. Everything in it is new, though, so I don't think the little plastic jug do anything. And obviously interior stuff is not new. So took it out track. Ran about 15 laps. Thought it was good to go. Brought it in. It was running good, handling good too. Brought it in, and we were going to load up. There was another guy out there testing some, and so talked to him for a little while. And my dad said, well, let's go load it up, going home. And I said, well, let's take it back out there one more time, run at least 5 more laps, make sure everything's good on it. He's all right, go ahead. So jumped in the car, went out there, made about 3 laps, and all of a sudden it starts doing the exact same thing it was doing. Skipping, popping, sputtering, all this stuff. So we're back to that. We changed, looked, did everything. And I have no clue what it is. We were there from 10:30 till 6:30 Saturday afternoon. And have changed everything, rewired everything, redid wires, rerouted wires, rerouted fuel lines, redone. We even run 2 fuel pumps on it at one point in time just because I act like it's not getting fuel. Nothing affected it whatsoever. Maybe run backwards around the track to see if it was like a pickup issue with the way that fuel was washing away or something. Nah, I still did it running backwards. So that's where we're at. I called CJ up at 860 Motorsports, and he gave me one thing to try. And if it's not that, I don't know what else it is. Because everything else is done on this car. We've changed everything. Everything is new. It's pretty much a new car, for the most part. So,
other than the gas can.
Well, yeah, that. I mean, but I don't think a plastic can's going.
You never know. That could change the entire car.
It could, I guess. All the vents, everything on the can are new, or gas, fuel tank, I guess we'll call it. So I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna put a new switch panel in it, new switches all in it. And hopefully that'll fix the problem. I mean, it's kind of our last resort. So who knows? We shall see.
We shall see.
Shall see. But anyway, had good church service Sunday morning. How was? What'd you do Sunday morning at church? You
helped with Jackson and the other ones and the through the roof thing.
You were through the roof.
Through the roof.
Cool.
They shoot through the roof.
That's the special needs class at our church. Landon helps in there all the time.
All the time.
You like that class?
I do. It's, fun. Just cleaning up after Jackson after he's dumped the entire... all the toys are on the floor.
Yeah, but you tell him clean up, and he comes help some.
Yeah, he'll come help some, and then he'll just look at me and say, all done, and no. When I asked out, no. So,
Oh, well.
Oh, well. But, how was your day at church?
It was good. Played some new songs and sang a lot and had a good message there from Pastor Mac, and it was good to go. Then yesterday afternoon, the reason I left while we were playing poker was I had to go meet up with my old buddy Joe McIntyre. We used to race go-karts together back in the day. Went and met him over at his house, and he gave me a bunch of lead we need for the race car to, kind of get it weighed out right, and gave me a bunch of it, and I really appreciate that there, Joe. Really appreciate that. That'll help a ton. So,
well, I saw
on the weight there.
I saw that you weren't in your regular spot on the stage at church. You were like closer to Pastor Derek, the drummer.
No, I wasn't.
You weren't?
No, I was in my regular spot.
You were?
Yeah. You talking about in the middle?
Yeah.
That's where I've been here lately.
Yeah. Oh.
That's where I've been since Brock is out. He got a motorcycle wreck. He's been out with his messed up his hand and his foot. So I've been playing electric guitar, and Pastor Chris has been playing acoustic guitar.
Ah, that's why.
And just all the wiring for the electric guitar stuff is in the middle. So I have to move there.
Yeah, because Jackson was pointing at you and saying, Daddy, I was like, you're normally on the other side, the right side, or left side, depends.
I normally am when I'm playing acoustic. I'm over there on the side.
Yeah, I was just confused. I forgot to ask you yesterday.
Oh. Cool. Well, anyway, guys, there was a whole bunch of racing going on this week. We'll get into that here shortly with a few different callers. But anyway, it is time for this week's edition of Hot Laps.
This is Hot Laps, presented by SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, back with another edition this week. We got my buddy on here, the man just known as Doby. Michael Doby, what's going on, man?
What's up, man? Thanks for having me.
Not a whole lot, man. Another day in paradise. Well, cool deal, man. And I tell him that this man's so cool, he don't even need a first name. He just goes as Doby.
That's right.
I love it. It's kind of like Prince, you know. Or you can just change your name to a symbol eventually.
Yeah. Come up with the logo.
Yeah. Now, don't say logo too much. We might get him involved, you know.
Oh, I know.
Oh, no. What's going on with you today, man? You wide open at the office?
Yeah, man. Wide open. Had a little bit of racing to watch today too. The NASCAR race at Doby. So that always makes it for an interesting Monday.
It's cool to work at a rate. We're gonna call it the racing superstore over there.
Yeah.
It's cool to work at a place like that when a race is on because everybody just wants to watch racing.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's nice to pull it up on the TVs at the sales counter and keep up with it and everything.
And see, I know. I don't know who you pull for exactly, but you know, SRI in general kind of has to go with the Kyle Larson over there, because you know he's one of our Team SRI drivers most times. So, who are you going for?
So yeah, I'm actually a big Larson fan. So he's I just like him, man. He can hop in anything, whether it be NASCAR, dirt, super lakes, or sprint cars, whatever he's running. And man, he's definitely fun to watch.
He's easy to pull for. Well, before we get into it all, since you're on here and you are a Larson fan, and I know you saw all that went on this past weekend, what's your thoughts of what they did to him there on Friday night at Bristol?
Well, I mean, I personally wasn't not a huge fan of what they did, but I think they just wanted him to put on a show. So I mean, for him to come from the back and almost win the thing, man, it was fun to watch him tear up through the field like that. But I did see his interview, and also Kevin Rumley's interview too, that they weren't too happy with the Outlaws there.
I can't blame them. I don't know. I'm like you. I mean, watching it was fun, but I can't blame him at all. If he would have been up front, man, where he was supposed to be, I think he would have been tough to beat on Friday night at least, because they when you got one guy there that's pulling double duty, and we all know, I mean, there's a lot of dirt racing fans, do not get me wrong, there was a lot of people there to see a lot of different people, but there's also a lot of people there to see Kyle Larson racing a dirt car.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you've got to, and basically what I understood, after seeing his press conference there on Saturday night, it was more just miscommunication on all sides. But man, you got to help the guy out there when he's trying to do everything in your show,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, with him, running the top like that, he was kind of the only one that really got up top and could pass cars. But if he would have started second, man, he might have ran away with the thing. So, man, it is fun to watch him though.
It's fun to watch him. Fun to have him on the Team SRI side too. Well, speaking of SRI, all right, man, I want to go with you. What is your position there?
Well, it's as of right now, my title on my business card is a purchasing manager.
Purchasing.
So I kind of, just transitioned into that role, like the kind of toward the end of last year, the fall and winter of 2021. So, yeah, but I like it, man. We had two different, companies, SRI Supplies and Performance, and I've been, I was on the supplies side, be coming up on 8 years. So, I purchased mainly all of the like industrial, supplies, whether it be abrasives, fasteners, epoxies, cleaners, aircraft fasteners, that sort of thing. So that's kind of my wheelhouse.
There you go. Well, cool deal. All right. Well, I know you are obviously a race fan for sure, but other than that, man, what got you into racing?
So, I mean, to be honest, just kind of, it was a race fan. I was born and raised here in the Charlotte area, and so when I went to college did the automotive program at Central Piedmont, and when I was doing that, I worked part-time at Charlotte Motor Speedway for a while, and through some of the people I met there, one of the guys that worked at SRI and Stock Car Steel said they had a job opening, so I came and interviewed for it and got the job. And when I first started, SRI was in the back of Stock Car Steel. So we were, back there, and it was a smaller company. And, just over the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, we got into the performance parts world, and just kind of, been able to grow as a company. And so yeah, it put me in a good spot. But really, I mean, just kind of just being a race fan, being around this area and stuff like that, just gave me the interest. And when I found SRI, it was a perfect fit.
Good deal, man. I know it was especially for me. The last time I went in there, or the first time I went in there, anyway. But isn't it so cool to walk into SRI there and being a race fan already, and just seeing the stuff that you see at the racetracks or see on TV, and getting to put some hands on all that stuff and just seeing what goes into it. I always thought that's really cool there.
Yeah, I mean, that absolutely is cool. Whether you're pulling something, like a bolt, or, you get a roll of, gaffer's tape or cleaners and stuff. I mean, whether it be you're in the shop and you see some of the, guys using the stuff that you sell and the orders you pull, or even at the track, like when they put, some of the bear bond on the cards, or just any little thing to see, man, I sold them that, or, that came out of SRI, and for those guys to be using it on Sundays is cool.
Knowing it probably went through your hands, and maybe it may be there at some point. That's got to be pretty cool to think of and see, and knowing, as I tell everybody, they say it takes a village to raise a baby. It takes a village to race a car too. So
Absolutely.
So I know how all that is. Speaking of, y'all might have, I know you came from that supplies side, but I was fortunate enough this past week to receive some good old Draco Springs from up there y'all's way.
Oh yeah, man, absolutely. Draco's it's one of our really good lines that we sell, and man, everybody that deals with springs always knows about Draco.
Don't they though? Good old Purple Springs.
Yeah.
Had to throw that in there because I got me a box Friday of 4 of them. I was like, nice, I like this. Trying to, I'm trying to set that legend car up, even though it won't have run, right? So
when's your next race?
I'm gonna try to race this Saturday here at Florence Motor Speedway, right down the road from the house. So
oh, nice.
I'm on I think I'm gonna go to Darlington Friday night. I got a little announcement about that. Actually, you know what? You're on here. I'll go ahead and tell you too. The truck owned by Tim Vians that Brendan Poole will be driving Saturday night, Chicken Bone Alley, is going to have a logo on that truck on Friday night.
Oh, awesome. Man, that's cool.
Not a big logo, but we're going to have it on there.
Yeah, either way, you're on there.
Exactly.
That's a pretty cool deal right there.
I thought so. So I'm gonna head over to Darlington Friday night and hang out with them boys and hang out with I'm gonna go hang out over there at the SRI trailer some and see what all we can find in there just for the fun of it. And then Saturday we're gonna go race at the prelude to the Darlington race, is what it is actually called here at Florence Motor Speedway. So,
man, that's awesome. It sounds like a fun weekend.
I hope so, man. Getting off our other topic for a little while, we got our final race here in the winter/spring series of our Chicken Bone Alley iRacing League coming up Tuesday night. Racing trucks, actually. Don't know where yet. Where are you hoping to go?
Yeah, man. Well, first of all, I love racing the trucks on there. It seems like almost every track, it's it's fun. You can race hard. But really, I was looking at some of the tracks on there. I know Auto Club's up there. Dover and some of those tracks. So man, I would love to. If I had to pick one though, I would say Kansas. Man, if that would be the track I would pick. Kansas night.
Well, that one is second on the list right now in votes, which don't really matter. I mean, top 4, take it. So right now it's Auto Club, Kansas, Talladega, and Dover.
Yeah, so that'll be 4 good tracks to pick from. I mean, any of those races will be fun.
Yeah, for sure. So I don't know what you thought about this series so far. It's been a little different than our normal ones. This one we're not paying anything actually, which has made it different. I think it's been a little more wilder racing.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. I guess with the money on the line, how it was, kind of last summer stuff. It definitely changes the racing, but I don't know. It's fun still. I mean, man, we have a great group of guys that we get in there and race and. Man, I mean, I was looking at the points, too. It's going to be a good second-place battle between me, you, and Zach there in points. So I know everybody just kind of been close all year. It's been good racing.
All right, I'm just saying, I think we need to get Talladega, and me and you just need to just draft to the end. Just so
let's do it. A little shake and bake in there. We'll be ready to go.
There we go. No, somehow it always ends up seeming like me and you are racing side by side every week on there.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's dirt or asphalt. It seems like we're, especially right there at the end, we're always around each other badly.
That's why I told somebody the other night, I said, apparently me and Doby drive on this thing about the same amount because apparently our talent level is exactly the same on any kind of car. Doesn't even matter.
Yep.
Oh, that's fun. Well, cool, man. Well, what big is going on around there right now at SRI?
Well, just right now, still just been really busy day-to-day operations. I know we had the 4-wide drag race this past weekend.
Oh, that's right.
And we have a couple guys to go out to the drag race. So big in the NHRA but yeah, it's just been busy for everyone, which is really good. We like it like that for sure.
Well, y'all got what is it after Darlington here, and in a few weeks, Memorial Day, y'all have Charlotte coming up around there for the Cup stuff. So I know everybody likes to go out to that, but I went out that 4-wide not too long, a couple years ago. Man, you ever been out to that?
I have, yes. It's a cool sight to see. I mean, 4 cars, 10,000 horsepower each going down the track at the same time.
That's insane.
Pretty cool to see.
It is insane. That is crazy to me. I stood down at the right at the finish line one time, watched them come by, at 300 mile an hour, and it takes your breath coming by.
Yeah, it does. I mean, especially you're standing right around them, and you can just feel it, in your body with the engines running. So it is pretty neat.
I don't keep up with a whole lot of drag racing, but I do know that John Force got him another win this past weekend.
Yeah, man, he's still got it. As old as he's getting, he hasn't lost a whole lot.
No. And I think, and I ain't trying to. I'm not dogging anybody in drag racing. I'm not dogging them by no means. So do not take it like that. Anybody out there, because you still have to have really good reaction to come off the tree. But fortunately, in that funny car, after that, it's just point and shoot.
Yep.
Hope for the best. So he has a great crew around him also. But anyway, well, cool, man. Well, that was awesome. Well, buddy, I can't wait to do some racing. Would you one more time for this this season on iRacing tomorrow night?
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be fun, and then I guess this summer we'll have another one coming up, so we'll be looking forward to that one too.
For sure, man. Well, all right, man. Well, you keep them straight over there at SRI.
I'll do my best. I got my work cut out.
I just want to know. I just want to know on days like today where there was racing on TV, and is there actually any work getting done around there?
I will say we kind of have it spread out just right. We get a lot of work done in the morning to kind of make up for it and watch the race, and then work hard before we go home. So we definitely make up for it. But while the race is going on, we like to keep up with it.
Hey, I can't blame you there. Can't blame you there at all. I couldn't watch it, but I had it on my had my phone blaring over there so I could hear it on the radio.
Yeah.
Gotta do what you gotta do, I reckon.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, man. Well, we sure appreciate you coming on and hanging out with us for this week's edition of Hot Laps. Appreciate Doby coming on here and hanging out with us and telling us all about his purchasing manager position there at SRI Performance. Appreciate them guys. Whole lot, as we say every week. Guys, head over to SRI Supplies. Get all the parts you need for your race car. Like I just said there in the in Hot Laps that I'm a proud SRI customer myself. I just ordered some Draco springs for the Legend car. That's what I'm saying, guys. It doesn't matter what kind of car you got. They got stuff for it. They got parts to, anything from cup cars to Legend cars. Anything in between, anything smaller. I imagine if you need fasteners for your go-kart, I mean, honestly, bolts, screws, washers, nuts, they got all that over there too. Like he said, they came from the supply side, transitioned over into SRI Performance, and the supply side brought all the fasteners, nuts, bolts, abrasives, cleaners, everything over to SRI. So, guys, head over to SRI, get everything you need. Getting it online, put in that promo code CBONE10. That C is in
Chicken?
BONE10. And get yourself 10% off at time of checkout. Most time, guys, I mean, you look at that. Hey, that covers your cost of shipping or something a lot of times. So, never hurt. Also, as Doby was talking about there, stock car, steel and aluminum. Head over there, get all your metal work that you need for the car, everything you need inside, just everything, structural steel, build roll cages. I know a lot of these guys, some of these guys done tore up some cars this year, and you need to start building another one. I love how some of these, especially watching some of these like street stock guys and stuff like that, build their own cars from the ground up. They start with a bare frame and build a cage and everything else. You don't want to skimp out on cheap metal. Call Stock Car Steel and Aluminum and get the best prices on really good metal that you would need. Good pro moly steel, everything you need to build a car, all your aluminum sheets that you'll need to make it look good. So head over to Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, guys. And also, Earl Ramey Racing Engines, right around the corner there. Head over there, get loaded up on some horsepower, all the kind you need. You just, anywhere from crates to supers to limited, anything in between, anything you want to call it, from modifieds, late models, everything in between, street stocks. I know guys in every one of those classes that have an Earl Ramey Racing engine in it, and you need it, guys. You need it. You need that Earl Ramey Racing engine horsepower, and he can prove it to you because all he's got to do is put it on his chassis dyno. You schedule you some time on there, get on that chassis dyno, see what makes the best horsepower on your motor, because there's always auxiliary pieces, we'll call it, that that can gain or lose you some power. So be sure to, after you get that power plant in the car, schedule you some time on that chassis dyno to see what kind of power you're making and how you can make it even good bit better. And Earl can probably tell you already how you can make it better, because he knows. He's seen it all, done it all, been there, watched it, took pictures and videos and everything else. And one of the best things you can add on there, guys, is some Profab headers. Cannot stress that enough. I'm going to tell you, not only are they some of the best looking headers on the market, they're going to give you probably more horsepower than any other header on the market. Not even just horsepower. You can get all kind of torque out of them too. Just power. All around power. Go to Profab Headers. Tell them on them guys we sent you. Get over there. Get you some headers for your car. Asphalt, dirt, anywhere in between. Even the Cup guys are running this stuff. So head over. Get yourself some Profab headers and exhausts. They're quality that wins. So be sure to go and check them out. And as we always say, tell them we sent you. What you think?
I like it.
You like it?
I like it.
Want some more of it? You going to race with me this week? Why are you yawning?
Oh, no.
You're not supposed to yawn in the microphone.
Well, it just shows you that I have long day of school and stuff.
Well, good. You're supposed to have a long day at school. You're supposed to be working hard and learning. Don't matter if the school's not supposed to be fun.
I mean, it's supposed to, be entertaining. At least, kind of.
No, that's not what school's for.
Prison mode.
Yeah, that's prison mode. Learn what you can, all you can, all day.
But, I don't want to.
But you should want to.
It's like I'm confined in metal.
Confined in metal.
Mm-hmm. And I'm forced to repair equations that are broken with no answer.
That's called math.
Yeah. I mean, as much as I like math, I don't like the teacher.
Oh, well, you'll be all right.
I'll be all right.
Oh, well, all right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we got some more folks coming on here on the phone with us, so let's go back to the phone. All right, ladies and gentlemen, back on the phone. She's had a little hiatus from us, but she's been working, I promise you. She's been wide open. Melissa's back. Melissa, what are you up to?
Hey guys, just living the dream, traveling, racing, and still trying to work and, make it all work all together, I guess.
Good luck to you. I've been trying that for years now, and it's fun.
It definitely is. Going to Bristol 3 times this month is a lot, but,
It gets a little tiring, but it's fun.
Yeah, it's definitely fun.
Definitely fun. Well, before we get to Bristol stuff, since you were there, we'll talk to you about that. But before we get to that, I got a message. What was this? Last weekend for whatever it was.
Yeah.
Turn on Flow Racing. Melissa's racing. So I turned it on. I said, well, what is this? I didn't even get told about this ahead of time.
No, it was I wasn't really racing, but we'll go with I was racing, I guess.
Hey, you were there on race day in the car.
I was there. They announced that was my dad because I guess I don't even know if the girl didn't even tell him that we switched drivers, but obviously. But my dad, he was a little just annoyed with the car and heat race, and I walked back with my dog and we went back in the pits and he's out of his suit already, and I'm like, you start 7th in the Conti. He's like, I ain't going back out there until my car's fixed. It's not running right. I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'll get in it. I don't care if it's running right or not. I want to get on Bridgeport's 3/8. So, so I did. So I got in it and yeah, obviously starting to back, and then I've never been on that track. So I just was riding around, I guess, in the back, just trying to learn something. And I think it helped my dad actually by just watching me, just to see that the car felt a lot different from me racing and him racing. Obviously, we have a little bit different of a style, but I think he realized that you got to use the brake a little bit there just to get in the turns better.
Hey, well, I know a guy that can.
So
I know a guy that can help him out with brakes.
yeah, me too.
I figured you did. Well,
I only work with that guy a little bit.
a little bit. So that was your first time back in a car, and how long?
Oh my God, like 5 years, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's going to be 5 years since I started my own business. So I think I got out around that time.
Okay. Well,
So-
well, did it? I know it did one of two things. It either scratched that itch to get back in a car, or it either made you want to get back in a car more. Which one was it?
Probably get back in it more, but not like a full-time thing, I guess. I haven't been in it in so long, I didn't even know. I guess it's like riding a bike. You just get back in it and you're like, oh, okay, I can do this, But so hopefully I'll get back in it eventually, but not like a full-time deal. We only have one car now, so most of the time my dad will be racing it. But you never know. But hopefully if I'm actually running it, I'll announce it.
Yeah.
And hopefully get a little bit more practice before then because, I don't want to look like an ass either.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do out there.
I said to Christy, I said, I could see their messages, right? And she was like, no, I didn't know that. It was funny.
Like, she's on the page too. She's got that.
Yeah. I was like, I can see what you send people.
I was joking around when I said, "You remember how to go in that thing?"
Ooh.
This was before you were raising. I was just picking
Oh,
around.
so you didn't even, I was going to say, because man, the shifter in that thing is so hard. I could not reach it without my belts off. So it looked like I was stalling the car. I just couldn't reach. I had to take my belts off to get it in gear.
Could you reach the pedals?
I could reach the pedals. I just couldn't reach the shifter. Well, when I first started, I had the same thing. We had the shifter in the middle of our legs. But then as I, I guess put more money into my car myself, I went to the Remy shifter, which is the side of your, on your arm. So it was a lot easier because I'm so short. My arms are short. It's kind of hard to reach.
Maybe that's the donation to make to your dad's car next.
Yeah, right? I'm like, I guess we got to get that, but whatever.
Well, cool.
It was fun.
So what did you think about getting on with it being 3/8 now?
Yeah, I was nervous as hell before I went out. Just, I don't know. I always had that jitter until I got on the track. And I got on the track. I was like, oh, all right. This is different. I feel like it looks so different from the outside, like looking in, than when you're on the track physically. It's like I thought it would look a lot more banked being on the track, but I didn't feel like it was as banked as it looks like as a spectator, I guess I should say.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Well,
but who knows?
so,
maybe I'm just short and I can't really see in the car. I don't know.
I mean that's a possibility, but I don't know. I never feel like I've been running this legend car and track that we run. I've always felt like it got a little bit of banking in it, and then I get out on the track and I'm like, dude, this thing is flat.
Yeah,
it is so flat. So it's a different perspective always from in the car.
Oh yeah, 100%.
All right, so let's move on from that, I reckon. But we definitely gonna have to keep up with you. Maybe you'll get you back in the car. Maybe your dad let you back in there at some point in the year. Actually, run a whole night.
Yeah. I'm sure I could talk him into it. He don't care. He's easy. He's easy going like that.
He was
You
ready
know.
to go home that night, eh?
Oh yeah, he was ready. He was like, I'm done. Almost had the thing almost loaded. I was like, whoa.
Well, you know.
Because he asked me earlier in the night if I had my suit with me, and I'm like, why are you asking me if I got my suit? My suit's in the trailer anyway. And he was like, is it really? I was like, yeah, it's in there every time we go. You never leave your suit at
without it.
home.
Never.
No.
Never. No suit or helmet. Nope.
No. I mean, obviously when I go late model, like watching and stuff,
Yeah,
I don't
that's
bring
a
my
little
suit, but I don't know how to race any of that stuff. Randy tried to get me a ride at Bristol, at the XR deal in one of those, I guess it was a street stock or something.
different. Oh, you should have done that. Yeah, that'd been great.
But her brother ended up racing, so it was fine. It's all good.
It's all good. That would
I
have
don't
been a
know if
different experience.
that would have been a different experience, but there's a lot of people there, a lot of people watching. I don't know.
Oh, well, let's all right. Well, let's go to Bristol since talking about that this past weekend
All right.
for the World Outlaws. A lot going on there with the late models and sprint cars. Not as much as XR deal, but good quick couple days there or a few days there anyway.
Yeah.
Overall, what did you think about it?
Overall, I thought it was I thought it was a great weekend. I mean, I love that track, and I think obviously I'm gonna name my dog Bristol, so we'll start with that. But some drivers I felt like were not happy with the track. They just didn't like being there. I guess you could tell that by the car count this past weekend. Wasn't that spectacular of a field.
Yeah.
I thought the racing was pretty good. I mean, we didn't have a lot of cautions or anything,
No.
which is always a good thing when, they're not wrecking their equipment. So, but from that point, mostly I hung out with Randy doing the SRI stuff. We had pole awards each for the night with the late models. So that was good opportunity for those guys to win a little extra money.
Oh yeah,
So
for sure.
They liked that, and obviously Ricky Weiss won night 2, but he won. He got the quick time both nights for World of Outlaws. So that gave him an extra $200 there, and then he won our pole award on the second night, and that was so. I mean, he walked home with a pretty good chunk of change at the end of the night, end of the weekend.
He sure did. Going back to Friday night, everybody heard about our team.
Larson.
Yeah, exactly. About our team SRI driver, Kyle Larson. I talked earlier on the show to Michael Doby about what went on since he works SRI, but I figured I'd get your perspective on it too.
Yeah, so that was so it was very interesting of how that all went down. He is on the sprint car side, and I don't know if they could hear or not, the horn or whatnot. I'm not over there really. We were mostly on the late model side or in victory lane. But if I listened to Kevin Rumley's interview, and what he said made sense. But also, I guess, but before that, that interview didn't come out right away. But before that, everybody I know on the late model side was happy about it. It seemed like they seemed like, okay, well, those are the rules. And you know what? They're putting him like he's one of us. Like, he's not better than us. These are the rules. If we were late, we won't be out there either. So it was a whole, but, like I said, we only knew the world about, their side of the story, that he was late and whatever. We didn't hear that, the rest of it or,
Yeah.
So you don't really hear the perspective. But in saying that, him starting in the rear, he made it a show. He made it a race, but you cannot tell me if he started where he was supposed to start up front. I think he was supposed to start second.
Yep.
It wouldn't have even been that good of a race,
No,
to be
he would have
honest.
walked off with that one, I think.
Yeah, I mean, he would have won, but it wouldn't have been a show. Like, it was a show. It was awesome to watch him be able to come from the back and come up front because nobody else could.
Yeah, definitely.
And I don't think it would been that entertaining, honestly, of a race. I mean, it might have been a good race, like the top 3, but it wouldn't have been cool to see him like come from the back and, you know.
It was cool to see, and it was still awesome. It just sucks he blew a tire on the last lap.
Yeah, I know. Like, that would have been, I mean, he
After all
probably would
that.
have had an interesting interview, I'm sure, in Victory Lane. But, I mean, he still had an interesting interview
Yeah.
after. But, you know, best of luck to him and, you know, and everything else. But hopefully, you know, he, you know, he still comes back, I guess, and does these late model races and, you know.
I think he will. I think they might not run as many World Outlaws, but they'll still be running many many late model races. Hopefully, I imagine he'll be back.
And maybe they should have just parked. Maybe they should have just parked, you know, head to head on, you know, sprint car side and late model side. And
that's what I thought. I'm like, well, why don't y'all just park, you know, facing each other? That way you could just walk from one end to the other and been done.
Yeah. Because, I mean, but, you know, whatever.
Oh yeah.
That's, you know, that's their decision and the officials' decision. So, I mean, you know, we're just people. We're just the people watching.
That's for sure. That is for sure. All right, night 2, our buddy Ricky Weiss took on that victory. What'd you think about that race?
I thought that was an awesome race. I think Ricky did a good job. You know, he kept his cool. He was, you know, Madden passed him. I forget what lap it was, passed him, but Ricky passed him right back. And he, you know, he knew it was like, this is my night. I'm going to win this. And he did.
He definitely did. And that's what it's like we always see that out of Ricky. It's like when he's on, he is on, and nobody's going to stop him.
I mean, and even Friday night, he did really well Friday.
Yeah.
He just, you know, messed up a little bit in lap traffic, and he knew that he wasn't going to do that again Saturday. And, you know, I think that made the world of difference.
Yeah, and there's a lot of tracks that are, but that is definitely a tough track in lap traffic because they're rolling so fast.
Yeah.
Everybody's rolling so fast around there that it just makes it tough to make a good pass, especially when there's a normally it seems to be one line on the track is kind of the faster line, and you're having to venture out of that. But I will say it did look like the line kind of moved around because, you know, we saw Kyle Larson up there on the top, you know, ripping it up top and making it work, whereas Davenport there for a long time was running the bottom.
Yeah.
So I will say in that aspect, to me, Bristol Dirt this year was better than last year. They took some more banking out of it. So that was pretty cool to see. Pretty cool.
And, you know, Davenport had a good weekend, too. I mean, they all did. And it was kind of crazy that only one driver was the difference in the top, for the pole, you know, the top 6, the top 2 out of each heat. And then, you know, when we did the redraw, top 6 for the redraw, like one driver was a difference in each, you know, from one night to the next. Sure. And I thought that was crazy. I'm like thinking like, oh, we're going to have all new drivers.
Well, we normally do. It's normally like you have a 2-night race somewhere. It's like completely different field almost. I've never understood that really. I guess that's just the miracle of dirt racing for some reason because the track's different every night, but not this time at Bristol. It was kind of if you figured it out, you figured it out for both nights almost.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like.
And we get to see your and Randy's picture on a bunch of it because even World Outlaws posted the redraw award picture up there with y'all up there. So,
well, I'm sure. You know, like I said, the drivers and you know, obviously World Outlaw. I'm sure they appreciate, you know, people throwing a little extra money and, you know, helping them out and making it, you know, a nice incentive for the drivers.
For sure.
But I'm happy for Ricky Weiss, our SRI team, and we had a lot of good stuff going on. But
It's always nice when you can give the redraw award bonus from SRI to an SRI driver.
yeah,
I don't know. We're a little biased. We can say that.
just a little biased.
We can
It's
say
fine.
that. It's all right. None of these series are paying us. It's okay. Oh, fun. So, all right. Well, after that, you got on the road yesterday and drove back. How was your drive there?
It was long. It's 8.5 hours, and gets a little boring sometimes.
It doesn't bother you to jump in a car and drive for 8-10 hours, though, does it?
No, I literally stopped one time.
Jeez.
I stopped for everything at one time. Gas, food, bathroom break. That's it. I do stop once and keep going. Keep trucking.
Phew.
My legs, your legs get tired by the end of it because you get out of the car and you're like, oh shit. But I just want to get there. I don't want to take any more time than I have to. Want to get there and get home. And the truck race was kind of crazy. I went for the NASCAR truck race, and that was a whole nother story. But driving down there Friday night after work, I got done work. I don't know, me and my dad probably left around 7:30, 8 o'clock. Drove down, got there by 4:30 a.m. I was up before 9 o'clock. I couldn't sleep because I had so many Red Bulls and coffee. And then we left right after the truck race. We were up all day, and I drove straight home right after. Got home at 5:30 in the morning. Easter Sunday. So, I do a lot of driving.
Jeez. I thought about it. I wanted to go up there, and I was like, that's a long way. It's not as far for us, though. It's only 5.5 hours, I think, up there for us.
Yeah.
So, but still, it's a long drive. Love it, but it's a long drive.
Yeah.
So what'd you think about it? What'd you think about the truck race there?
I thought it was good. I'm everywhere. To me, anywhere, any race you ever go to, I really can't find the negative, and I try not to find the negatives in racing at all, just because that's how tracks get shut down and everything else, and I want to be there. But I like it. I thought it was cool. It's the first, obviously, dirt truck race I've been to, and this year I also went to my first regular, at Daytona. I went to the truck race.
Yeah.
So that was cool too. So they were both very, very cool.
We just announced this just a little while ago on here, but I'm going to a truck race this Friday night over here at Darlington, which is just a few minutes down the road from my house. We're actually going to have Chicken Bone Alley on Brennan Poole's truck this Friday night. Actually going to be on a truck.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Whose? Can you tell?
Brennan Poole.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Tim Vian's own truck. And Brennan Poole's driving it. And we're going to have not a big logo, just a little logo, just a little sticker over there. But, hey, it's something.
That's okay. That's good.
It's first time we can get on a NASCAR track. So be pretty cool. Be pretty cool, I think.
That's awesome.
So, well, I'll be trying to go live from there. Maybe I won't get kicked out.
Yeah, right.
I saw Judson. I don't know if you follow him. Judson Racing Network. He's a young guy, and he kind of does same type stuff. He's live a lot, and he was down at Daytona doing a bunch of stuff down there, and just hanging out with drivers. NASCAR found out about it and banned him from all the races this year. I'm like, what?
No way.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, they did. It was terrible.
Oh.
Like, he is doing nothing but promoting your sport, and you're going to kick him out. It's terrible. Terrible, but what can you do?
Exactly. Do you have anything else you want to know about it?
Well, I don't know. What else you got about it?
I don't know. I don't know. It was fun. It was a good time.
Okay.
Met a lot of new people. And
That's always
It's
fun.
always like that. I feel like you always meet people every race you go to.
Yeah, sure do. Sure do. Well, speaking of new people, let's go to the phone here and get somebody else on here and another lady to talk to. Hold on. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got another young lady here on the phone who is we're going to go ahead and call her a rising star in racing. Miss Delaney Gray. How are you doing, Delaney?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on with us.
Yeah, thanks.
So what you been up to?
Not much. We've been playing outside, doing some racing. We've been doing pretty good. Got my first win about 2 or 3 races ago, so we've had a good season with racing.
Good deal. How old are you, Delaney?
I am 9 years old. I'll be 10 in August.
9
Oh,
years
wow.
old. Moving on up there. So, well, cool. What grade are you in?
I'm in 4th grade.
4th grade.
Okay.
I remember
Wow.
those days. Don't you, Melissa?
I do. It wasn't that long ago.
That's what we keep telling everybody, all right? Oh, cool deal. Delaney, tell us a little bit about your racing. We know you have been running Bandoleros, correct?
That is correct. So we will be moving to dirt soon. We will be going to test sometime next week.
Going to test, and we saw you going to Millbridge, correct?
Correct. Yes, sir.
Good deal.
Have you ever been there before? We've been watching some of the races on Tuesday nights. They have so many kids there. They have a kids' night. We've watched it, but we've never actually been there in person.
Okay, so you guys are planning on going next week there then?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Wow.
So what's your thoughts about you've been racing on asphalt now for a while? So what's your thoughts about moving over to dirt?
It's probably gonna be messy. When I first started racing, I started spinning out a lot. It was messy in the asphalt because I kept running into the dirt in the infield. So going around on dirt is probably gonna be messy, but it's probably gonna be like a lot of fun. Hopefully, we'll have a good season with dirt as well as asphalt.
Hopefully so. Well, the one big reason I wanted to have Melissa on here while talking to you on here is because she races as well, or has raced in the past, and we were just talking about a little bit of racing she done a couple weeks ago. So I wanted to have her on here to kind of give you her perspective on racing.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, thank you. I'm from the north. I'm from up north, and we race obviously a lot of different classes than they do down south. But I wasn't fortunate enough to be able to race as young as you. I wish that would have been nice. But I used to have some go-karts in the backyard, and that was fun. But I went right into the Northeast Dirt Modified, so they're like just for 16 and older. So, but it's fun, and it definitely is. It's nice that there's more girls getting into the sport now, and a lot younger, and can compete just as hard as the boys can.
Yeah, on my team, I have like 2 or 3 girl teammates, and one of my teammates is gonna be moving up to Legend. She's a girl. Her name is Phoenix Kimball. We have a lot of girls. They're taking over the race, and one time we had like 2 girls and 1 boy racing in bandos once.
Wow, that's great. That's crazy. Where do you normally race at?
I usually race at Southern National, Jacksonville. We practice out Wake County a little bit, but we haven't raced there yet. We've been to Charlotte. We ran the whole shootout there, and we'll be going to Millbridge soon, so that'll be another track.
Well, we know you got your win there a couple weeks ago over at Goodyear Speedway, correct?
Correct.
Tell us a little bit about that. Tell us about your first win.
It was very emotional. I was trying not to cry. I was so happy and excited. My dad was so excited. My whole family was crying. My
dad's phone was blowing up with text messages from people he knew that knew I was racing and had watched it. It was just like such an amazing time to be able to win my first race. And my dad said, you better enjoy it. You only win your first race once.
And he is very, very, very right too. So I'm glad he told you that and told you to sit back and enjoy that. What was that, Melissa?
I was gonna say, were you nervous at all? Like while you were leading, or?
At that time, Phoenix Kimball's spindle had broken. She was in the lead. I was second. And then there was a Colbert kid in third. And when her spindle broke, the caution came out. And they put me in second. And I was faster than the Colbert kid. And it took me a few laps to catch up to him. We were drafting a little bit, but not much. And I finally got past him on the straightaway, and it was very exciting to be able to pass him. I was like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? This might not end well. But it ended great. I ended up winning, so I was very happy.
That's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this interview is brought to you by MPM, McAllister Precision Marketing, our friend Tanya over there. And Delaney is a MPM driver. Delaney, tell us a little bit about working with Tanya and MPM.
Working with her has been really nice. She's helped me out a lot with helping out with sponsors and being able to do articles on me and getting so many pictures of me. It's just, I want to thank her for doing that. She's just been so helpful to me and my racing team.
Ladies and gentlemen, like you just heard it from Delaney there, if you're looking to advance your career in racing, be sure to get with Tanya with MPM as marketwithmpm.com, and that will definitely, in many, many ways, as you just heard from Delaney, that can advance your racing career. So definitely go check them out. But Delaney, all right, you are moving from asphalt to dirt over there, going to the box stocks, going to be going to practice some for Millbridge there. So what are, I know you said you watched a good bit of these races. What's your thoughts when you watch it? Does the dirt just look fun, or does it look just crazy to you compared to the asphalt racing?
It looks kind of similar to both what you just said. It looked pretty fun. My dirt teammate, she's a girl. Her name is Ella. She races beginner box stocks, and soon I will be racing against her. We'll probably start off in the cadets, 1 or 2 races, and that. Then we'll move up to beginner box stocks and probably box stocks after that.
Good deal. I know you'll be racing with people like we see win over there now and then, like Brexton Bush and all those guys, and even I think Owen Larson is out there some racing. So what do you think about when you see names like that you see on all the social medias and Facebook and all that stuff, where you see they're winning and all that stuff? What's that feel like when you going to put your name in that hat?
Whenever I watch that and I picture in my mind I'm going to be racing against them, I'm like, oh man, they're going to be hard to beat because Brexton Bush is really good. He's been winning a lot, and it's just hard to picture in my mind me being up there racing against all those good racers that have been racing for a while. Of course, I've been racing a while with asphalt, but they've been on dirt for a while, so they're more skilled at it, so it feels it's overwhelming to be out there with all of them.
Well, I think Melissa can attest to this also, but I'm gonna tell you, I've looked at some of your stuff there, Delaney, and I think you got the talent. I really do. I really think you got the talent. I think you can have your name up on that podium, that SRI podium there at Millbridge, and
Yes, you can.
and make it work for you. Melissa? What is the attitude that you have to go into these races with?
I would say I try to go to the racetrack when I'm racing, or very calm, kind of like just, like
taking a breath and, you know, like just very cool, collected. I actually, like, when I started racing, my dad didn't allow any of my friends at our trailer. It was very, like, not because, you know, he was being mean, like, he just wanted me to focus on racing and like, not the drama, like, and obviously you're only 9, but the drama of the racing aspects. Like, I didn't need to know what everybody else was doing. I need to focus on how I felt. So I actually used to put in, on my iPod,
Now you're dating
or whatever,
yourself a
like,
little.
I'm like, iPod, what was it? I used to listen to my iPod and walk around. Like, I would always wear my earphones. So, like, I didn't even talk to anybody. I kind of just got in the zone with my music. So then I would, like, I felt like calmer and just, you know, I could, you know, that's how I used my experience just to make myself in the mood to race. And because I feel like in a girl's headspace, we can think of 10 different things that we want to do or go or talk about, and we don't focus always on, like, that one thing. Like, we don't always focus on us racing, but that's just, I mean, that's my brain, and that's what I did to kind of, like, settle it, but also, like, just, like, breathe through it, you know, and you'll be fine, and I'm sure you'll do great, and I hope to come down there and see you one day. I was close to Millbridge not that long ago, I guess, when I was down in November.
Yeah.
But hopefully I'll come down this summer and come see a race or something.
Whenever I go to the race, when I first started racing, my dad said, you just go out there, have fun, don't be that competitive, don't worry about other people, just have fun, be yourself out there, do good. But just, if you don't have fun one day, the first instant you don't have fun doing this, come tell me and we're done.
Yeah.
Dad is so supportive about me, and he just, it's just so amazing to have him be able to help me out. And he used to race, so that's where I got the racing from.
Yeah.
I was fixing to say,
I think that's the best, is have fun, and I understand that 100%. Me and my dad just do it as a hobby. We never did it, like, as competitive as some of the other teams, but like you said, to have fun is definitely the most important.
And I was fixing to say, Delaney, I knew you ought to have that racing gene in you with your dad, because he could wheel a car himself.
Yeah. We have a late model. My dad doesn't drive it, but we have one of our friends that drives late models. He's driving our car, our late model. We haven't driven much. We've only done, like, one race with it. It's only been out on the car 1 or 2 times. I mean, on the track.
So, so knowing that your dad, drove late models and still owns one, what are your goals? I know you're only 9, but everybody at 9 years old, I knew I wanted to drive a race car, and I kind of knew the direction I wanted to go. Well, where do you want to go? Do you want to head towards NASCAR, or do you want to move towards dirt?
A lot of people ask me that. I kind of want to do NASCAR. I want to move up to dirt. I want to move up to, we'll probably go testing some Legends soon later on in the years, and I want to move to, like, late models and trucks and dirt, and hopefully one day NASCAR.
There you go. Well, I'm just saying.
Wow.
Just don't. I got a Legend car myself. Don't come hurt my feelings too bad, please. So I know you'll probably outdrive me, and it'll make me feel real. I won't even feel bad. I'll just be like, I know her. She's good.
Oh,
that's awesome. That is awesome, Delaney. Well, good deal. Well, where's I know you're going to practice at Millbridge. Are y'all going to run the Bandolero again, or is kind of your next race going to be on dirt?
We're still going to be doing some Bando races. Our next race for Bando will be on somewhere at the end of May. We may go or may not. And that'll be somewhere. We'll be doing Bando at Goodyear, possibly. and we'll be hopefully doing some dirt races soon.
Good deal. Good deal. Well, if you will, let everybody know where they can keep up with your racing at, where they can check you out at.
You can look us up on Facebook, and you can go to Goodyear's Facebook page, and they will have some stuff about me probably. And you can go to BDR Racing. It'll have on Facebook. You can go to BDR Racing, and you can look at some stuff about me. And that's probably where you can see some things about me.
Good deal. Good deal. Well, everybody head over to Facebook, check her out. Also, MPM. I know their Facebook page has all the write-ups and everything about Delaney Gray there. Well, Delaney, thank you so much for coming on and hanging out with us tonight. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right.
Thank you. It was nice talking with you.
Ma'am.
All right. Well, you have a good evening, and hopefully we'll be checking you out really soon there, winning some more races.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Miss Delaney Gray and thank you again to Tanya with MPM for setting that interview up for us. As I said, everybody, head over to, if you are in racing, especially a young person in racing, especially, but at any age really, head over to MPM, marketwithmpm.com. Tanya is great. She is great. As you just heard Delaney there, she gave a great interview for a person that is 9 years old. I just told Melissa that I think I need to go through this interview class or something.
Me too.
I need to do better. Delaney made us look bad. Nah, she was great.
I couldn't do that at 9.
No, I couldn't either. I'd be like, I don't know what to do with my hands, whatever. But no, head over to marketwithmpm.com, get a hold of Tanya over there, and she will set you up at career advancement of all sorts, as we tell everybody. Just as Delaney said, Facebook, all the articles, she writes articles on her drivers that, and they're great, and they're great marketing tools to put out to sponsors and, just advance your career in any way. So head over to marketwithmpm.com, and it's the best thing you'll do for your racing career, probably. So, anyway, well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's about all for this week. I don't know if y'all checked out the NASCAR race, but Chase Elliott won it just a little while ago. That is, all 4 Hendrick drivers have won now. That's crazy. And it's the first time in history that a 4-car team that all 4 drivers have won within the first 11 races.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know who keeps up with these stats. They're pretty crazy stats, but regardless, it's impressive that one team has, all 4 of their drivers have won already this year.
Wow.
That's pretty crazy. But I mean, you got, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, stuff like that. Alex Bowman's consistent. So is William Byron. So I think that's a team in NASCAR that's going to stick around as one team. Those 4 drivers, I think, are going to be there for a long time.
Team you got to beat.
Exactly. Well, cool deal. Well, Melissa, I sure appreciate you coming hanging out with us this week. It's been too long.
I know. That's what I said all the time.
Well, racing's getting back going. Who knows? You might see Melissa jump on Facebook every once in a while up there while they're racing on the Chicken Bone Alley page. Who knows?
I got a definitely a crazy schedule coming up. I feel like I haven't had a weekend off, and I don't know how long, and I probably won't have another one off until July. I don't know if you guys are planning on going to Eldora or not, but I'm sure
I was planning
on
on
the Million and the Dream.
I was planning on going to the Million. I don't know if we're going to be able to make it now. I don't know. Just
Gotcha.
a bunch of stuff's changed, but I don't know. It may still be, who knows? Who knows? You never know. Never
Well,
know.
I will be there, so
Good
hopefully
deal.
I can get some.
You taking the camper,
Good
or
stuff.
you staying somewhere
I
else?
think so.
Whew.
I want to take the camper, so we'll see. It's just a far drive, you know.
What,
By myself, it's kind of far, but I'll figure it out.
where's the last place you took the camper?
Last year.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it's still winterized.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, y'all have to do that up there, don't you?
Yes, we do. Yeah. You know, just one more thing. People forget about that, yeah.
Yeah.
I got some work.
What's the weather looking like up there right now?
Today's not so bad. Honestly, I didn't even know what today was. 64 it said.
Yeah, it was 90 here today.
Holy crap! What?
Yeah.
No, I wish. Well, so when I looked for the Bristol for this past weekend, whatever, when I looked before I left, it was like it's not gonna be that hot. So I'm like, all right, you know, I'll pack one tank top, you know, just 'cause. Never know. Thank God, 'cause it was hot as heck on Saturday. I had sunburn.
I was
But
out.
it said it was supposed to be cloudy, so I was like so annoyed.
I was out testing the car, the Legend car, all day Saturday, trying to get it figured out. And I kept bringing it in the pits, and I'd sit there and I'd take my gloves off, and I would hang my hands kind of out, you know, over the door.
Yeah.
That afternoon, like, my hands started feeling like they were itching and junk. And I was like, what is going on? The backs of my hands were burnt. Both of them.
Oh my God.
I was like,
Yeah,
that's
how
weird. So, it was odd.
Yeah, it was definitely a little bit hotter this weekend than it has been. I'm just hoping we get some warmer weather up here. It's been kind of cold.
I don't mind warm weather, but see, this is our problem down here. Is we go from, you know, it wasn't long ago we were like in the 50s, maybe 60 every day. And then it's like 1 week's time, and all of a sudden 90 every day.
Oh, see, ours just keeps going back and forth. Like, it goes down to 30, and then it's like 75, and then it's down to 30, and then it's 75. It's just like really annoying. But you know, we never know with our springs up here when it's gonna like start really changing and staying like a constant 60.
Y'all don't even know when you might get snow here and there. It's crazy to me.
I don't know the last time we had snow in April, but I don't think we had snow this April. But we definitely get snow in March.
Oof.
April's kind of iffy. It's a lot of rain, I guess.
We saw about what we get, Landon, maybe a half inch of snow this year.
I think so. It was enough.
It lasted.
It was enough.
It lasted maybe till lunchtime.
Oh my gosh! I wish we get snow. We get snow.
we rarely get it.
I would love some snow.
So I don't know if you guys heard about me getting stuck.
No, I didn't
in Virginia.
Hear that. What happened there?
On that 95 mess.
Oh,
Virginia.
You were in that?
I was in that.
Oh God.
I went down. I hung out with Randy, and I was there for like New Year's or whatever, and went to hang out with SRI people. Like, we went to lunch and stuff. But on my way home, I got stuck in that snowstorm.
How long were you there?
Oh my God, I don't even know. It took me 30 hours to get home.
Oh my God.
So I left at like 10 a.m. and I didn't get home till 5:30 the next night. Like,
you sleep in the car on the interstate?
Yeah.
Oh God.
It was so cold, dude.
You wasn't like worried about running out of gas or anything?
I just filled up, I guess. I didn't have, like, I was only, I think, like, maybe 10 miles, like, that I used up before that happened, thankfully.
Jeez.
Yeah, but I didn't want my car to obviously run for 30 hours, so I would turn it off and turn it back on when I got cold, and, we just were by 1 a.m. I was at a stop. Like, before that we were moving, but it was just so slow, and
I'd have just been mad because I've been hungry.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. I did not have any food. I did have drinks, which was good, but I had no food. But I do carry snowshoes in my bag, in my car. Like, just I always keep my rain boots. I shouldn't say snow boots. Rain boots in my car in case of any kind of weather, because you never know at the racetracks or anything.
No, you don't.
So I had those in my car just in case, and I had 5 towels in there, and I had my robe and stuff. So I like layered the heck up, and just for the in betweens because it was so cold. But
See,
it was fine. It probably was the worst experience of my life, and I hope that never happens again.
I'd have been that
And
guy just for the fun of it. I'd have got out in the middle of the interstate and built a snowman.
I think everybody was just ticked off, and we didn't really come to like we didn't really know we were like stopped, like not gonna move until like 1 a.m. The next morning.
I was going to say, how long did you actually sit in one spot?
One spot I was stuck in for 3 hours with no cell phone service.
Ooh, that sucks.
Yeah, that was bad. And then we moved up probably a mile, and then I was stuck there for at least 9 hours.
Ooh, that's real bad.
So I can't imagine being those people that were like a mile like behind me that were without cell phone service forever. But the next exit was like 34 miles or 40 some miles away. So it's not like you could walk.
Jeez. Oh,
Yeah,
that's bad.
That was bad, and that makes me not really want to travel during the snow season.
If it is, I'm just traveling south and staying there.
Yeah, exactly. I should have never. I knew I had a feeling. I was like, maybe I should turn around and just stay one more night in North Carolina. Like, it's gonna suck, but it's supposed to snow, and then I was like, oh, it's not that bad. Like, who's gonna be on the roads? Like, it's just gonna be like people like me on the roads, and I'm like, because we at least know how to drive on snow because we do it every day. We have to go to work.
Yeah, we
They
don't.
don't really. We don't shut down like our everything unless there's a lot of snow or a state of emergency or something. We don't shut down. We have to go to work.
We had a half inch and we canceled everything.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. So I'm like, there's nobody gonna be on the road. Like, it's just gonna like once people know it's snowing, like a little bit southern, like south, like Virginia and stuff. Those people don't go on the road. Yeah, okay.
Oh, great.
It was bad, but I survived. I'm here. Tell about it, I guess.
We're glad you survived. We're very glad you survived.
Now I just got to figure out my next trip.
There you go. In warmer weather. There you go.
Oh, yeah. Thank God it's summer. I'm happy about it.
Cool.
So, all right.
Cool. Well, everybody, we want to thank again all of our associates that we're so proud to have on here. SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum. Our buddy Randy Keene over there, RK Motorsports Consulting. Did you keep him straight at Bristol?
Oh, yeah. He was fine.
Okay.
He was good. He behaved.
I noticed there wasn't sunglasses in every picture this time. So
He was like, he knew. I guess he must have got a lot of text messages after the first night. So then the second night, he's like, I got to wear my sunglasses. People were noticing, and they texted me.
Oh, that's great.
I was like, Randy, why do you have, like, after a certain time, you don't need them on anymore. Like, I wear them, but it's when it's sunny.
Yeah, when it's sunny.
It hurts my eyes. Like, I got those, I don't know, those blue-green eyes, and they hurt with the sun.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, it drives me nuts. So, I mean, otherwise you're like squinting in the pictures, but after it's nighttime, it don't matter.
I just think every time I see him with sunglasses at night, I just like, I wear my sunglasses at night.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he was fun. We did good.
Oh,
we had a good.
Well, also, everybody, big thanks to Earl Ramey Racing Engines, Profab Headers and Exhaust, and MPM. Also, everybody, big thanks to Ford Bite Apparel. Be catching Cole Vanderheide and Coltrane there, running his rookie year in the 305 sprints out there in Nebraska area. Y'all check him out, and also check out some Ford Bite Apparel. It's getting summertime, as we just talked about. So go get you some T-shirts, some tank tops, some all that good, cool summer apparel. Get some of that. Also, Checkered, their social media for racing. Go check out Checkered, the race hub. You'll see us on there posting weekly, if not daily. So everybody go check it out. But anyway, Melissa, I sure appreciate you coming and hanging out with us this week.
Anytime.
And it's getting back big race season, so we'll have to talk more and get you back on soon, hopefully.
Will do.
Well, cool deal. All right, everybody. Appreciate y'all listening and hanging out with us, and we'll be back next week.
See ya.